What a clash we have for you tonight. South takes on Northeast in Africa in a monster-sized encounter, with the Cape Town Tigers looking to steal the thunder from the hosts here in Egypt, Ahly. Looking at the starting fives, of course, I think it's important that we can say that there's been one very important change for the Cape Town Tigers, as we can see here, Q.
Yeah, Zaire Wade coming into the starting lineup, no longer coming off the bench. Evans Ganapamo has had a quiet tournament by his standards. Mike Benajay hasn't been firing on all cylinders. You heard Coach Ruby talk about that man, Josh Hall, and Peter Prinsloo, who's going to be in the front court. On the other side, Michael Thompson. Omot has been one of the standout offensive players in this BAL Nile Conference. Zaran Abu Nasser, and we cannot ignore 7'2" Orabi inside the paint.
Yeah, and they're all eyes on the rotation and what he actually does. They nearly allowed the City Oilers to come back and reel them in, just win it, beating them by 2 points. So what will Coach Julby do? Will he rotate as much as he did? Will he keep Omot on? We'll have to wait and see. It's time for tip-off. It's time for this massive battle that's taking place here in the shadows of the pyramids. Orabi gets the better of Prinsloo. Ahly pick up possession down in the corner and go for the first points of the game. Oh, a reverse shot coming, and it's a beautiful one from Zaran.
Touch on defensively, Zaire Wade gets a partial block, but the ball comes out, and there's the first Cape Town Tigers turnover.
Yeah, picked up by Omot, good hands, and being very tricky as he is. He had a fantastic first half, and he started it off with a powerful manner as well, with a fantastic 2-point shot that landed in its perfect destination.
Very, very skilled offensively. Nuni Omot can hurt you in a variety of ways, and that's a silky touch to start out.
Josh Hall, there's a lot at stake. That's a great drive through. Gets the better of Omot as well. He's smiling a little bit, Omot, at one point, because he said, I just didn't manage to deal with that, but that was good from Hall.
I like that matchup. That's going to be one of the key matchups, especially here early to start out.
Here he is, Omot to Orabi. Now Prinsloo needs to defend. Over the top he goes on the big man, but he's hurt himself a little bit and he's not in a good place. Prinsloo defending, and he's in quite some pain here, Orabi, which could be a big issue for this Ahly team.
Well, he goes to ground, does Orabi almost immediately.
It's the underarm just below his left elbow, but he's in some pain. He's in a lot of pain. I was wondering if it's the tennis elbow, because that is extremely painful. They got the spray on it, and he's going to go off for a couple of minutes, and that makes complete and utter sense. On will come Saif Samir, but Orabi with his teammates, it's quite a concern, isn't it, so early on?
Certainly is, because he gives them great production, and it's not only he's scoring on the inside, he's a pressure release. And let's see if we can have a look here. Gets his back to the basket, is clearing out his arm, and then just almost a delayed reaction in terms of pain.
You know, it might be, you know, when you have a dislocation, because they're holding his arms in a way that there's something maybe around the shoulder socket. I mean, when you hold your arm like that, there's, I don't know, they're looking at the elbow as well. It looks quite, we'll get more information. Usher can get information from anybody, from any place here in Egypt, courtside. So we'll be hoping and banking on you, Usher, a little bit later on.
Yeah, absolutely. He's getting medical attention from the team doctors at Ahly and the BAL medical team. I'll give you an update very soon.
Thank you so much, Usher. Here's Hall on the outside. Just steps back a little bit. Got to get points from possession. Here's Guanapamo. He's big expectations from Guanapamo. Goes over the top. Prinsloo with the defense, with the offensive rebound, makes it safe. Hall gets it back, goes for a drive. Oh, that's an offensive foul, I think, or maybe no. He's going to go to the free throw line. In fact, Zaran was still moving marginally.
Well, already some good signs for the Tigers in terms of their movement. There is a drive in, and just a little bit late was Zaran getting his body into position on the move, and the referees make the call, so it sends Josh Hall to the free throw line.
First front of the rim.
Well, he struggled a little bit from the free throw line as Josh Hall is 28% shooting.
2 misses from the free throw line. These are some things that need to be sorted out just to make sure that they get themselves into the right frame of mind. Points are so precious when you're in possession. There's Michael Thompson. under pressure from Wade. Picks up his Saif. Samir goes out wide. He's dangerous. Zaran very quick, isn't he? Doesn't manage to get hold of the ball. It goes out of play. And it looks like it will be Michael Thompson who picks up possession.
Said has got some chances to go to work inside the paint, and I'm sure he's not used to having that much time, but it looks like the Tigers are going to allow them to play a little one-on-one inside the paint, well, at least initially.
Ahmad for a big three-pointer, and it lands perfectly, shooting for the Stars.
Variety of ways he knows how to score, and that's just more showcase of his offensive bag.
Yeah, he's very much a deadly component in this Ahly team, but Coach will be keeping him off the court, averaging just around about 20-odd minutes, less than 25 minutes. Here he goes again on a big charge, goes up, and oh, there's a little tap in Zaran. Look what he does. And no, it's not going to count.
I call it offensive interference, and they don't count that score. And I think fortunate for the Cape Town Tigers, because that was a big momentum builder if it had gone in.
And it looks like there is a timeout, which is called 2 minutes and 25 seconds. And just to give us an idea of, you know, just the tension here in this sports hall. Cape Town Tigers 2, Ahly 9. Well, a very early timeout. We thought that maybe there would be these kind of scenarios that were taking place. It's 2 points for the Tigers here in Cairo and 11. I think it's 9, isn't it? No, they counted the 2 points following the review.
Yes.
During that little timeout, so they do get the points finally, so it is 2-11, and it is Zaya Wade in possession, coming up against Zaran, and just teasing him, provoking him, seeing what's going to happen. Ball comes out, good opportunity. EGY, and Princelow unable to release properly, and Ahly pick up possession cue.
It's going to be so important how Cape Town Tigers adapt defensively. They are being stifled on the offensive end. There's a steal from Ganapamo.
And that's a good steal as well. He tries to go up. The shot doesn't fall, but Michael Thompson getting in the way of Ganapamo, and he'll pick up a foul. Ganapamo goes to the free throw line.
Well, he hasn't had the best conference yet, has the young Central African small forward. He's been a stellar player for them in 2 seasons, but his numbers are a little bit down, 10 points, 4.5 rebounds, but what we're concerned him is the 25% from the field in the 2 games.
These points are important. Hostile environment here in Cairo, just making a bit of noise for Ganapamo. Asha, coming over to you. Did you pick up anything from that early timeout? And what's the latest on Omar Arabi?
Yeah, I spoke to the doctor of Ahly, and he suffered a contusion to his left elbow. He was feeling numbed with his fingers. He's been given some medicine, and they continue to ice it, and they hope that in a couple of minutes he'll be back on the court and available for selection.
But he's still trying to get, I can see his hand moving, he's still trying to get the nerves sorted. That is lovely. He's having the game of his life. Amir Zaran, 21 years of age. Playing in the World Cup qualifiers for the Egyptian national team, and just showing up like a pharaoh at the moment.
We saw flashes against City Oilers. He is good attacking the rim, Zaran.
Very quick indeed. And there's the defensive game from Ahly, working really hard to try and keep out the damage limitation in defense. That's what it's all about.
And that's the thing about playing high-quality teams. You blink and 10 points are put up on you, and Cape Town Tigers really have got to try and control possession tempo, and they've got to knock down shots from the free throw line. They have struggled from the free throw line throughout competition.
EGY, the Nigerian, goes for a three-point shot, and that is a big score and an important one as well. 6 points to 13. If they can start hitting them from downtown, that will prove to be a very big asset for the Tigers. Thompson waits for movement. Saif comes and offers the screen. It goes, it's a floater over the top. Pinpoint precision there from Thompson.
They are executing with excellence, Ahly. They're finding different ways to score. And once again, we're just watching some really great offensive basketball.
And there's a traveling call going against the Tigers as Princelow tries to give Ganapamo the chance to steer himself into a good position. They're giving him a little bit more ball at the moment, which is a great thing. There's the Binije, the Binije three-pointer there.
Or off the pick and roll from Princelow, a nice wide open shot for Binije.
Omot into the hands of Saif Samia. Still on for Orabi. No sign of Orabi coming on just yet. That's nice, nice, very smooth. He came from nowhere, sneaked in.
That double team comes. Thompson recognizes it, cuts into space, and that's a nice find by Omot.
Here he is, Guanapamo, standing up, mid-range two. It just comes off the rim, back out, picked up, taken down court there by Nasser. And a charge coming through the paint, tries to get it back out, but he finds Guanapamo, who's not in the same team. Oh, he tries to get his pass through, it's a little bit lucky, but Hall is there, straight down the main corridor. And the attempt, they pinch back possession. It's a good steal and a chance for Hall. It comes back out. Zaire Wade tries to get himself on that for the long-range shot. Knocked out of bounds. Tigers pick up possession. Oh, I like this heat. It's starting to, the temperature is starting to rise a little bit.
Hall, two-handed flush, and that's because of just great awareness, being at the right place at the right time. And they said it, dunks can help spark the offense, and that's a nice finish for Hall.
Wade, Binije, back out, finds Hall, calms things down a little bit. Binije, straight through the middle, goes up. Can he find himself the chance to score those points? And there is a foul. It's Saif Samia who fouls Binije. Good work from Binije.
Again, just natural flow of the offense for Binije. Gets himself close range, misses, gets the rebound back. He's working against Thompson, couldn't scoop it up. It falls right back to him. Fakes, does draw the foul, and now to this troublesome free throw line. They've been shooting it at 57% throughout the competition. They need to do a little better.
Need to step it up. 4:35 left in the half. First is good for the Nigerian. And there is Rashid Hazard watching on, communicating with Josh Hall in a big way. Second, and that's better. That'll up their percentage.
3 steals already for the Cape Town Tigers. It's something that might please Coach Hazard just a little bit.
Well, there you go. That is massive. Massive 3 there coming from Omot. He just stands out from the crowd. He's up to 8 points now.
He is a 42% shooter from the three-point line in this competition.
Wade gets the ball out, picked up here by Hall. Princelow. Traveling call against Princelow.
These little turnovers will frustrate the offense, will frustrate the coach, and especially just off the dribble. And that's another Cape Town Tigers turnover in this quarter.
Kelly coming on as well. Omot, Thompson. Omot. Monitored by Hall. A little bit frustrating. He kept him in close quarters, but just a little bit of contact with that left hand.
We're 2 players with a similar frame, and the way that they move also quite similar. It's a tough cover for anybody, is Nuni Omot on a good day. Hall struggling to stay in front, has to commit the foul.
Asher, we're coming over to you because we know that seeing Omar Orabi go off just after a couple of minutes, you know, is obviously a little bit alarming. I can see that he's just coming back out now. Has he got a bit of, what's the state of play?
Well, he's received a lot of treatment, and they'll just wait to see if his fingers react and he's no longer numb, and then he can be available to get back on court. But he's not feeling well. He's disappointed that his time on the court was cut short, but he's a positive guy. He'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. The former Gezira Giant, who now plays for Ahly. He's got strapping on that shoulder of his, and it all taped up. So we'll get the lay of the land. Q.
Binije driving in. Zaran again caught in an awkward position, and he's going to have to take a break because it's his second foul.
Yeah, there he is. And he races off just as quick as he is racing into the paint to try and score.
Here comes Amin, and that's a useful substitution for Ahly, to say the least.
An Egyptian flash of lightning replaces another. Here we go, Benije trying to get his shots. It's picked up, good defense, offensive rebound from Prinsloo. Hall picks it up, goes through. That is how you do it. And Hall with another dissecting maneuver through the middle.
Well, I guess we get a sense for what presence in the paint Orabi has, because that was wide open and it was an easy drive and dunk for that man, Josh Hall.
Yeah, sterling work by Hall. Webster comes on of New Zealand, first representative of Oceania. There he is with a mid-range shot. Safe is Wade who tidies things up at the back. Benije got Prinsloo. That's given him a little bit of space, a little bit of a chance to get the ball out to Hall. Hall's shot doesn't go in the right direction. And Wade comes jumping over towards Thompson, but it's Ahly who pick up possession.
Well, a nice matchup, and just another look at Hall getting by the defense for that two and making it look really easy. Almost all 5 defenders flat-footed on that possession.
Yeah, including Corey Webster, which is not normal because he's a very fast and slick mover. Here we go, another chance to drive through. Amin goes up, that's nicely done. And he made it look too easy there for this Tigers defense.
Lovely use of the body and the rim by Amin to get 2 more into the bucket.
Just slinking around like a salamander. Prinsloo for 3. The shot comes off the boards and it's been made safe there by Omot. He's on first player into double figures. Safe. That is fantastic. Cover play, really good by Kelly.
That is fantastic cover by Kelly, getting up with the big boys, and in the words of Asha Access tonight, see up there coming in on the cover block. Excellent work. This the athleticism up above the rim from Tele.
Well, I'll tell you, gentlemen, just yesterday they were playing a pool game against each other, and no hard feelings after that play there. You can see that there's good blood between them, but that's what makes the game of basketball incredible.
Yeah, absolutely pure athleticism there as we are at the free throw line. Important points these are, important shots for the Tigers. Benije back in business. He just hit those last 2. He's moving into a good place now.
It's how you get your rhythm back sometimes. And Benije gets to the line about 5.5 times in a game, and he's been shooting it at around 40%. I'd expect that to get better.
Yeah, that's 4 from 4 for him, though, which is absolutely top-notch. They keep it at 10 points. We've got just less than 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. High-octane occasion here at the Dr. Hassan Mustafa Sports Hall. Well, a little bit of lost possession. Once again, they go again. Wade getting in front of the big man. Drops it into Kelly. He can't take the pass, and it's just a little bit frustrating.
It was a difficult pass to collect from Wade. The idea was right, but just a little bit too low and below the range that Kelly could actually pick it up.
It was like a thorn bush down there, you know? It's like, aye. Oh, this is big news as we see that man, Omar Orabi, come back on. We'll get the lay of the land and see if he's okay. Lots of strapping on that left elbow. Look at that! Where did that come from? Shooting stars from downtown in a big way. Omar is doing the business again.
That is his 3rd connection from long range. He is just lasered in, and he is sublime.
Here we go. Wade fakes mid-range 2 over the top, picked up. Ganapamo does really well using the boards there to get 2. And that's important for him to get those and get himself up to, what, 3 points now? 1 from the free throw line.
5th offensive rebound for the Tigers. They've done a great job trying to pick up second chance points.
Amin. Oh, that is just top quality as well. From down the left-hand side, up to 30 they go. It's a 14-point game. Got to get points now, Tigers, before the end of this quarter. 4 from 5, 1 from 6. Just to give you an understanding of the lay of the land.
They are red hot from the perimeter, and they put up around about 30 shots a game from the three-point line to Ahly.
That's beautiful as well. Just came off the far side of the rim, up in the air and down she goes. 18 points to 30. Picked up. Here's a chance. Kigali, can he go through? He goes up, through and in. Big, strong statement there from that man, Kigali.
Well, he uses the Euro to great effect, and he gets a finish using the rim for protection.
10 points and 4 seconds remaining. Amin goes up, it goes over the top, it's made safe. Long range shot coming in from EGY, but it doesn't go in. Well, how about that? Interesting, 10-point lead. Okay. It's not massive. It's not an unassailable lead. It's definitely food for thought for the Cape Town Tigers, who are going to battle hard to get back into this. Ahly lead 30-20. A lot of excitement here in Cairo at this Dr. Hassan Mustafa Sports Hall. And let's have a look at Nuni Omot, 13 points, 4 from 5 field goals, and of course the long-range shots, the three-pointers that he's been firing in from down in the corner.
Well, his speed allows him separation, and you can't get too close on him, you can't get too far away from him. He's just got a variety of ways as he can punish you. 22.8 minutes he plays for this team so far, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and this is all at a 52% from the field and 42 from the three-point line. Pretty impressive numbers for Nuni Omot.
We'll see if he plays more time this in this encounter, of course, but at the moment they're on 2-2, so they're in a pretty good place. Ahly. It depends on Coach Shulby. Asha, we need to come over to you because there's all sorts of things going on with lots of conversations, a little bit of chit-chat on the side of the court. What's going on?
Yeah, just listening into Coach Hazard, he wants the Cape Town Tigers to continue using the screens at the top, with Prinsloo setting up and giving themselves a chance either to shoot from the perimeter or to drive to the basket. So far, they've done well on the defensive side, denying Al Ahly any points in transition, and it's working, but there's 14 points that have been scored in that paint, and they need to stop Al Ahly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult thing to do, but we know that it's nearly possible, having seen them win their first 2 encounters ever in the BAL. But we just saw Ganapamo hit 2, which is a great positive thing. Shot clock down to 5. Gendi goes up for his first attempt, off the boards and in. That's a big score from him.
When it's going your way, the bank is open here in Cairo, and he deposits the 3.
Ganapamo getting a bit of confidence. That's still in play, and it's been picked up. Amin! Big score from Amin. The dunk.
Just fantastic hustle play from Amin. Didn't give up on it. Stayed with the basketball, and he rewards himself with a wonderful dunk.
Benije. Ganapamo going around the outside, goes out. Oh, he turns him inside and out. Amin didn't have a chance. That's good. That's good to back-to-back scores for Ganapamo. He needs to come to the floor.
That is great signs for Ganapamo. He's trying to play with a little bit more aggression and confidence on the offensive end.
He was one of the standout players, of course, last season for the Tigers, so we want to see a little bit more from him. Here's Omot on the outside, shot clock down to 5. Time's running out. Will Omot get it back? Webster turns, tries to get it in. He's a sneaky customer, isn't he? Little pirouette, spin, and then he still gets his shot in before the shot clock.
Very interesting phase, because the Cape Town Tigers have gone into a zone to try and neutralize Arabi's size on the inside. We'll see what kind of adapting the Al Ahly Red Devils have on the offensive end.
That was unlucky. Benije just trying to get his jump shot in as he got fouled, so he'll go to the free throw line. That would have been a chance for 3 points, but it's just 2 on the free throw line. 8 minutes remaining in this first half, and I think there's still so much to come here in Cairo as this Nile conference starts to heat up nicely.
Every single game has the intensity of a final from here on in. We saw it in the Sahara Conference. The theme resonates throughout the Nile Conference. There are no days off. Every game matters, and you've got to approach each game as if it is a final.
Omot goes off, and we've got a change with Marwan Sahan. It's his birthday today. Will he get a nice present with a win? We'll have to wait and see. Benije, and he's 100% from the free throw line.
Slowly but surely, he's accumulating points, just grinding it out. First player on the Cape Town Tigers in double digits with 10 points.
Amin, Webster picks the ball up.
11 points.
It's all right. It's pretty much the same. It's only one. We're okay with that. Here we go, going through. It's been put up in the air, and Arabi tries to get his hands on it. And they get possession back. That's good defensive play around the biggest player in the Nile Conference.
It has to be physical inside the paint. They're going to have to figure out ways to keep him outside. And I guess you credit the Cape Town Tigers defense on that one. Just a little bit of a bump from Prinsloo sends Arabi out of bounds.
And that's the second time that he's got in the way. The first time he went off with that injury. Gilly tries to duck and dive, mid-range 2 as he goes back. That's a fine score indeed. The jumper goes down. It's a 9-point lead.
He did well to control himself. He looked like he lost his footing, but he squared up well in the air, and he makes the 2. Tough take.
Yeah, but when you're an athletic chap, you can do those kind of things. Arabi up against Prinsloo again. Let's see what he does. Oh, that's great. Oh, does he get away with it, or is there a little bit of contact? I think Prinsloo may have sneaked in a hand somewhere.
Well, because of the amount of contact, Arabi spinning right into the body of Prinsloo. Just have a look. The turn in, and maybe a case for a little bit of an elbow. Depends on the interpretation. Then we have a look at Lele's shot as well from there, just at the free throw line.
I'm in, getting the ball out to Webster. Webster tries a big three-point effort there, just goes out of bounds and completely misses. Don't know really what happened there, but he won't be too happy with his range.
Interesting phase of play when Nuni Omar is off the floor, because the depth of Al Ahly is good, but we haven't seen a primary scorer come to the fore just yet.
You know, that's a good point, Q. You're not just a pretty face. Wade. And that gets knocked back. And they'll pick up possession. Josh Hall giving the ball back to Al Ahly. Sahan will take it. Just a little mistake. You can't make those little mistakes. Got to be focused and on the ball all the time. It's all about focus. Every single second against the Giants. And Al Ahly are Giants. Here is Webster trying to make amends. Doesn't manage to score. Wade picks up the defensive rebound. Thanks to Hall. Oh, it's straight in. Prinsloo! And a big statement dunk there from the captain.
That is a great play. They push up ahead above Arabi, and it's a quick transition to easy bucket for Captain Prinsloo.
Super score indeed to boost the confidence. Webster. Amin goes through, and there is contact. I think it's going to be Prinsloo, logically, who just got in the way.
Might be a call on Bele. Comes across on the cover.
Good call. Thank you.
He does pick up the foul. It's 13 foul for the Cape Town Tigers. Another look at that beautiful pass to Prinsloo for the finish. Amin was the Egyptian League MVP in 2022, and he does come in with some pedigree. A lot of talk around his play on the floor.
And here are the Tigers with Wade. Wanapamo, Hall, trying to make himself available. Tries to get there. Oh, it's just been pinched, stolen. Very quick, isn't he? He's got the Cobra hands, isn't he, Q? Amen.
Sharp work for sure.
Kendi down into the corner. Long range 3, doesn't fall. And a little fall over. He should be okay, Sahan. And the ball comes out. Wanapamo goes for 3. Wanapamo comes off the metal, made safe by Arabi. Wanapamo makes amends. Tries to find an option. Prinsloo for 3. Prinsloo for 3. And it's a big score from Prinsloo again.
We're starting to see some identity here from the Cape Town Tigers. They're finding some of their normal shots. Prinsloo wide open on the feed. Ganapamo with a great find.
Here's Kendi. It's down to 6 points. And look at Arabi.
Offensive foul.
That is absolutely incredible what Prinsloo is doing. He's like a man possessed. This is a, I don't know what they've done this week, since the loss against Petro, of course, but I think that so many adjustments have been made that you get the impression that they've been stirred up. They're all possessed. The wizardry is coming out.
Well, you've got to expect a response, especially after a disappointing loss. And this is the kind of response I think that the coaching staff will be happy with. On the other end, Al Ahly not looking too rattled at this point. They still hold on to a 6-point lead, and they'll continue to just ride the wave, and they won't be too perturbed by any scoring runs that are being thrown their way.
Asher, have you got any extras to add to this intriguing encounter?
Yeah, just standing next to Coach Julbe. He's, of course, not pleased with the recent run of form from his Al Ahly players, but he knows they'll take care of business. They just need to settle down, and just this small break here is perhaps the breather they needed. Let's see how they react on defense.
Well, the thing is that Omot's not on court, and like Q said, you know, it's one of those periods where might be a moment where they can take advantage. He goes again! He goes again! He can't get that score. It's been picked up, and that's really nicely done by Kelly. Tries to find some space out to Wade. Wade doesn't go for three. Kelly picks it up, drives in, tries to get past. Oh, it's been knocked away. But surely, what about that defense? Incredible.
Heads up play by Arabi. That is allowed in FIBA basketball. Ball on the rim, just tapped off. Sharp work. Excellent defensive play.
It's because he's 7'2". It's just remarkable. Here he is. That won't count. But they will go to the free throw line, it looks.
A blocking foul called on Prinsloo as he goes to ground. It's end-to-end stuff, and that's another look at the ball being tapped off the rim. And Pele drives by, goes left. He would have wanted it. It was on its way in. It gets knocked off the rim.
It's such a crazy scenario, isn't it? Cape Town Tigers 33, Al Ahly 39. Game on, 4:26 left. We'll take a break. (33-39). Al Ahly they lead Cape Town Tigers by 6, but this has been fascinating. Let's take a look at Evans Ganapamo, Central African Republic, nicknamed Gano. Pasta is his favorite food, but more importantly, he's scoring buckets tonight.
Well, sometimes it can be the gun show.
The gun show. Long range shot from Amin. Made safe by Ganapamo. There he is, back in business. Takes the ball up court. Back out. Gilly tries to find. Oh, it's just not the right pass into the hands of Sibagnoni, who's come on it. Prinsloo has gone off. So they've got to be careful there because there's a bit of a mismatch, of course, with Orabi. If he gets himself into the paint. Made safe. And picked up by Ganapamo. Here he is. Ganapamo going through. Again, they just can't get possession. Wade does really well. And somehow they get hold of possession. Bit of a scramble there, Q.
Scramble all over. There's a lot of hustle being displayed by both teams, and it's fascinating viewing.
Nicely done by Wade. Tries to get his shot off the rim. Just doesn't get the range. Picked up by Amin at the back. And I think there's a foul. And is that on Orabi?
Sibagnoni for call for an off-the-ball foul. The hold, it looks like. And it's Cape Town Tigers in the penalty, so Orabi will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, he's the player you've got to watch out for. The moment that he steps into the paint, he's got to be completely surveyed and marshaled, otherwise he'll just take an easy pass, and we know what he can do. He doesn't have to lift his heels off the ground. So that's where the foul came from.
Well, he's 100% from the free throw line so far in the competition, Orabi. He shoots it very well for a man his size.
Looking very good, very slick, up to 41, an 8-point lead. Need to keep up the intensity that they've showed us going into the final 3 minutes. Here's Josh Hall. Josh Hall goes up. That's fantastic play. The strength and the use of the hands going through the thicket. Points are scored.
Just again, get put in the pick and roll situation. and looking to attack Arabi just off that pick and roll, goes right at him, scores, gets up above him, and that's athleticism on display by Hall.
Yeah, it's not often you can get above the clouds, but he most definitely did it on that occasion.
He's looked at different players so far. Josh Hall has been a lot more aggressive. We can say that about almost all the Cape Town Tigers players on the floor.
They've all been surfing clouds so far. Let's see if they can shoot for the stars at the end of this encounter. Thompson back on court. Zaran. And Omot, of course, the danger man with 13 points to his name. Ganapamo trying to keep an eye on him, but also Sivagnoni. Made safe, picked up by Sivagnoni, taken forward here. Let's see what they can produce from this attacking move. Is Hall around the outside, still floats one over the top, picks it up again, and just calms things down. The shot clock goes back to 14.
Well, he manages to keep his balance amazingly, getting and picking up that offensive rebound. They have another opportunity.
Benite tries to get the pass. Omot just gets in the way of Ganapamo.
There was 0.3 seconds left on the shot clock on that possession, so probably was going to be a turnover anyway.
Thompson, 2 minutes remaining in the first half of this high-octane battle. The hosts, Ahly. Nicely done. Zaran over the top, but it's... is that going to be a foul potentially on Sahan? I think it is. Sivagnoni at fault. That'll be his second.
It's a nice floater, and then just again more hustle. It's evident on both sides. You can see how much this fixture means to both these teams, and there is very little quarter being asked for or given.
And just because of what he offered when he came on for those for a few minutes, looks like Samkelo Kile is going to come back on, which makes sense. Just giving Josh Hall a little breather.
I don't think that the bench is going to go more than 7 to 8 deep in terms of rotation for the Cape Town Tigers. They're going to try and keep it tight, I'm pretty sure, but we'll see as the game unfolds.
But I think we saw that with Slack earlier. It was the same scenario. Another good shot there coming in from Sahan. Spent time studying in Charleston and Oregon as well. Ganapamo, Wade. That's a great pass. Look at that. Put it in, one-handed. Beautiful pass, beautiful score.
Yeah, it's eagle-like vision from Wade. He sees the pass slide in right behind the defense, and Ganapamo with his first dunk of this competition.
Needed it, desperate for that. That's fantastic play as we see this man, the danger man. Oh, he's just incredible, isn't he? Omot is unbelievable.
Some people are just gifted scorers. They make it look so easy. Omot is one of those people.
I don't know, he's got jet boosters that just keep him off the ground. It's just extraordinary.
Well, there's a holding call. It'll be the 14th foul. Now look at the Ganapamo off that beautiful thread, a beautiful find from Wade.
Brilliant, absolutely top quality, and they get possession back. This is a moment that they really want to take advantage of. Wade in possession, Ganapamo's there, he'll take the pass, he'll turn, he'll go up for it. Look what he does. Oh, he tries to stick it in there. There's a foul that's been committed. He'll go to the free throw line. Zaran getting in his way.
We're looking for his second highlight. He was wide open. Zaran did well to come and contest. And the rule is you're either going to score the two or I'm going to send you to the free throw line. You can't have both.
You cannot have both.
That's a man's foul.
You can't get cookies and bonbons all on the same plate. That's for you, Usher, that is. I know you like that one.
Yes, you're absolutely right. But great to see Ganapamo coming alive. This is the Ganapamo that we know, that we've seen in the BAL. And what better way to do that than against the host team, Ahly.
Well, listen, he's probably found some the right medicine. His dad's a doctor, of course, as we know, but he's obviously got that winning medicine that's been drilled into his ear by his coaches and his teammates because he's playing so well. And we wanted him to play so well, and he's come to the fore.
Second Cape Town Tigers player into double digits with 11 points.
Here is Omot around the outside. We've got 54 left to play. It's a 4-point game with Thompson going up. It doesn't fall. Kelly makes it safe. Wade and Ganapamo moving into position. I like the movement off the ball for the Tigers as well. Kelly goes up, tries the little fade, and a beautiful. He's so good at that, Q.
The way he shoots the basketball, it makes it very difficult to block. So he gets the nice touch, and he gets the favorable shooter's role.
He's the Leonardo da Vinci of African basketball. Shot goes up, comes back down. Ganapamo again, picking up possession.
They have a chance to tie.
This is so important with 12 seconds remaining. Can they tie? Can they tie? They can't. It's been picked up, and look at this man. He races down. Zaran! In the house, making the moves, making a statement. How about that?
Zaran says it with his chest, gets into the paint, up, in, and takes the game up 2 possessions.
Massive score from that man, Zaran, the 21-year-old, leaping up in the air and crashing down like thunder. Cape Town Tigers 42, Ahly 46. You'd be pretty mad to not watch the 3rd and 4th quarters of this encounter. We'll take a break and a breather. And now it is time to embark on a second half journey here in Cairo at the Hassan Mustafa Sports Hall. This wonderful hall, lots of noise, and a fair few fans here present here to watch the Cape Town Tigers sharpen their claws against the hosts Ahly. Massive battle, a lot at stake, and some wonderful people here watching, of course, Q.
It's nice to have a packed arena, and the crowd is certainly getting into it. You can hear when the Red Devils go up, what it actually does in terms of where the hometown support lies.
There he is, Zaire Wade, key component for the Tigers. That man, Nuni Amot, outstanding so far. Lots of players with lots of battles that need to be won out here. Michael Juice Thompson back on court as well. Zaran, here we go. Ahly up against the Tigers of Cape Town, who are fighting valiantly. And they will get possession back, in fact. Good work from Benije, the Nigerian.
We always talk about this all-important 3rd quarter. So important that the Tigers start well. I guess also important that Ahly start well as well.
Amen. Orabi's on court as well. Thompson for a big 3-pointer. It's a massive score from down in the corner. Trigonometry style.
Excellence in execution, finding Juice Thompson wide open. Even though the contest comes from Wade, he knocks down an important opening 3-pointer.
Benije tries to get the ball over across. It's been stolen. It goes down. One-handed dunk. Amir Zaran, the man.
He is super athletic. And again, defense to offense as he skies for the flashy dunk.
And all of that. There's a big change in the scenario as Prinsloo gets the ball back out. Hall goes through the middle, likes to spin. Oh, that's good work from Orabi, the defensive maneuver there to swat it away.
There might have to be an early timeout call here. Momentum completely on the side of Ahly.
Thompson for 3, another big stop from Thompson. Juice opens the sluice gates.
Big time shots from Juice Thompson. Back-to-back threes from that man. And we talked about him picking his moments. And there we have a look at it again. Sets up off the dribble. The defense from that man, Zaran, getting up and getting in.
Some big style shots, big scores. Tigers 42, Ahly 54. We'll take a break. We need a breather after that. Wow. And all of a sudden, the scores look like this. Wait there a minute, 1 minute and 6 seconds, and it was a 6-point lead. Now it's all turned around and it's 12.
Really, 8-0 run to start out this 3rd quarter, and the timeout couldn't come soon enough for the Tigers.
Benije trying to get his range down the left side, down the left flank. It doesn't fall. Omot picks it up. Omot backing into Ganapamo. Gets the ball out. He's going again. Thompson tries to float it. Contact by Hall. And straight to the free throw line goes Thompson. They just know how to turn it on, don't they?
Well, look, 50-50, I think, on that one. You know, over visuals and where we're sitting, so we give the benefit of the doubt to the officials on the floor.
We're going to go across to Usher. Where is Usher's going to be somewhere? Usher, this is crazy, right?
Yes, it is absolutely crazy, but just want to let you know that Amir Zahran's father is sitting courtside and enjoying the display here. He's an Egyptian legend. He's obviously made a legacy of his own, but Amir on the court making his father proud and literally writing his own story. We've seen that with Zaire Wade and Dwayne Wade, but this is a special Egyptian story and something to be proud about for the Zahran family.
Not even the ancient tablets could write a new story, you know, it's the hieroglyphics. Incredible, yeah, Zahran, national team player, of course, just like his father. Thank you, Usher. Knowledge is key.
It is essential.
Benije gets the ball back for the Tigers. The Tigers trail by 14 all of a sudden.
Arabi, he is going to pick up his second team foul for Ahly.
Just making contact there, and as he looks up to the replay, and there it is, just using his body to move Prinsloo a little bit.
Using that arm.
Here's Josh Hall. Josh Hall, Ganapamo, tries to drop it down to Wade, and there is a foul on Ahly, of course, as you can see this, just as Thompson tried to get away, Ganapamo put his hand in, frustrated that his pass didn't go to the right man initially.
They made some great defensive adjustments out of the break of Ahly. They have held the Tigers scoreless in just about 2 minutes of play, and this is a crucial run. This could be make or break for both teams.
Ganapamo has gone off for a moment, and Kile's come on. Amin, Omot drops it into Orabi, and he needs to get hold of that. The fast, slick move from Wade, snatching the ball away from Orabi. Goes for mid-range two. It's a beautiful score as well. Stunning stuff there from Wade.
First field goal for Wade. He stayed scoreless throughout the first half, and that's important that he does get a couple of those to spread and space the offense.
Yeah, a bit of a mismatch if he was going to drive into the basket. Omot gets it back out. There's a long-range shot from Eamon. It doesn't fall. Picked up here by Hall. Hall takes it down into the corner. It goes. Kelly tries to get the ball back out, and the foul going against Zahran. He's absolutely livid. Kelly getting a pair of free throw shots.
I tell you, these contact situations are so tough because they are experienced players on both ends. The feet set, and Zahran's a little upset because that's going to be his fourth personal, and he's going to have to take a break. Doesn't quite get contact with the chest, and it comes on the actual leg, so body call is there, and that's another look at Zaire Wade's first two in this one.
Now it's an important moment. They need to get themselves back into this. Prinsloo with the screen as Benije looks to try and find a little bit of space, and there is a NASA foul on this occasion.
As they've tried to up the intensity in the second half, so the contact situations become more prevalent, and so they force the referees to make a call on those contact situations, and we've seen them frequency of blowing just increase.
There's nothing wrong with that, to make it more physical. Benije gets the ball back. Prinsloo's come on, use him as a screen, finds a little bit of space, tries to go around the outside. Not many options here. Wade needs to put himself available, but oh, that is a brilliant bucket. It's a two for Benije. As we see the face of Julebe, he curses the air, curses the sky, knowing that they're clawing back slowly but surely.
A lot to like about the patience on offense from Benije on that possession.
Juice Thompson to Eamon. Eamon switches hands, goes around, ducks, dives, finds a way, and doesn't fall, but Arabi's the tallest player there. And Omot goes around towards baseline and tries to flick it up. and there is a foul that's been committed. Doesn't land the 2, will go to the free throw line.
Maybe just a little bit late on the rotation. Peter Prinsloo trying to come in as Omot makes another one of those innovative forays into the key. A little bit late, draws the foul, and Omot will go to the free throw line.
That's okay. It'll just, you know, take away the rhythm that they've tried to create here in the last couple of minutes to the Tigers. It hasn't been a bad patch for them. Of course, you know, they've tried to turn things around a little bit.
They just want to stay in it. Remember, it's one of the old cliches. Basketball is a game of runs, and Ahly go on a run to start out this third. They're going to make a run of their own, and both coaches will know that. It's just how you weather those runs and how long they last, and you'll usually find the winner on the other side of those.
Josh Hall goes off. That's well won by Nasser. Got to get those defensive rebounds sorted. Nasser goes up, and, well, hitting sky-high shots like that. 3 points, big time. It's a 14-point lead.
Yes, rebounding issue for the Tigers out of the break.
Ganapamo back on court. Benije. The main players have to perform. There's a long-range shot, and he gets knocked off balance. But I think this is... It's an offensive foul.
Yeah, Benije extending his leg out, looking to draw the contact, and instead of going to the free throw line, he picks up an offensive foul. Another look at the wide open shot. You see the leg extension on the other side as the shot goes down, but on the Benije's side, it didn't quite work the same way.
Here is Omot teasing, looking for options. Orabi. Oh, that's been stolen away. Great defensive play as Kelly goes up, and there's the layup, but he just can't find that velvet soft touch. Orabi at the other end, easy score. Prinsloo a little bit too late getting back.
Great teams will punish you. Kelly misses a point-blank range layup. It's a quick outlet pass up the court to 7'2" Orabi for the easy finish.
Benije, Wade, Ganapamo. Got his range. That's a fantastic shot as well. And they finally get 2 just inside of the arc.
A little bit of confidence in the isolation situation for Ganapamo, and he knocks down a comfortable jump shot.
Up to 13, Omot. And comes back off the metal, picked up by Benije. Keeps the ball away from Amen. Here's Prinsloo back out. Benije gets rid of his man. He just can't find his range on that occasion. Watch out for Orabi moving into position. Eamon's there into the paint. Of course, that's where it goes. Prinsloo, and Prinsloo commits the foul, and that will be his 3rd.
He's doing a great job of frustrating Orabi inside the paint. He's doing the best that he can. Orabi shoots it at 83% inside there, and all he could do once he was on the back was foul and force him to go and earn it from the charity stripe.
You know, at that point, when he's really got past you, there's nothing much you can do.
You got a foul. Got a foul. You don't give him the easy 2, depending on what your personal foul situation is. So the only thing he can do is try and stay in front of the big inside the paint. Otherwise, he's going to get caught behind, and I think there's going to be a substitution now as Sibanyoni going to come in, and he's going to have the tough task of having to cover Orabi inside as well.
Yeah, a bit of a difference in height, of course, with Sibanyoni and that man, Orabi, but I think everybody's, you know, much smaller than Orabi, to be perfectly honest with you.
And he's still perfect from the free throw line in conference play.
Yeah, that's it. Back up. That's a good pass to Ganapamo. Just doesn't fall. Orabi makes the defensive rebound. Thompson picks it up. Amen goes for a 3, a big long-range 3. They're just picking off the points when they possibly can, being composed. But how they create time for their teammates is going to be a vital way in which Ahly deal with this matchup.
The second chance points and a little bit of those transition buckets have been vital for Ahly.
EJ, here's Wade. Wade goes up. That's a shot that comes back off the metal. Picked up, taken forward. Amin accelerates. Oh, he goes up. There's an attempt. Arabi with a big dunk, but I'm sorry, that's a technical. You can't hang.
He was trying to create the emphasis there, Robbie. We've seen the referees call the tech on the hang. The minute the legs get lifted up, you're going to get that, and more importantly, Robbie picks up a third foul. He gets a little bit ahead of himself, of course, just trying to emphasize. And, you know, the fans like to see it, we like to see it, but the refs, they're not as happy, and neither are the officials, because it's been a point of emphasis.
Well, the suppliers of the rings, the backboards, all of that. I mean, you know, we have to make sure that we've got, you know, the equipment's protected, of course, and the players are told before, you know, the games, they're told before the different conferences that you can't hang on the rim. You can't, because, you know, they cost a lot of money to replace, and it takes about 25 minutes to actually change it.
We don't want to see that, especially not with this action on the floor.
Picks up by Kelly, tries to find, he's running out of time, needs to find an option here.
Oh, excellent defensive play by, he gets the block, the ball comes down onto the body of Tyler, and so it's another turnover. Great defensive work for Ahly.
Such sneaky play, and it's not even sneaky, it's so intelligent. Look at that.
Oh, that's just fantastic.
Well, there's things are going well for Ahly. They now have a 17-point lead, but it's up to the Tigers, because they've showed that they can turn it on and hit top gear whenever they want. And there's it's Omot who commits the foul on that occasion. That's foul number 3 for him.
Good foul starting to pile up here for Ahly. That's the third on Omot. Zaran has 4, Orabi's got 3, and they are in the penalty.
I know someone who's never been fouled out. She's never picked up a technical, but she's been warned a couple of times.
Perhaps you mean documented.
Exactly. Asha, what's the feeling like over there, especially on the bench for the Tigers?
Well, for the Tigers, the emphasis really is so much on the defense. Get that defense without fouling, of course, and try to ask the questions, drive into the paint, make sure that they have Ahly also not scoring easily. But so far, I think so good. It's very tough, you know, to play in the third quarter against a home team, against a team like Ahly that are so deep on the bench. And, you know, it's very tough, really.
Yeah, no, it is, definitely. That's Ganapamo's third foul as well. Just charging in, and he was still moving as Omot went on one of those very, very fast, surging, dangerous runs that he does. You've got to go, haven't you? You've got to go.
It's small details. Everything matters, especially here in games of this magnitude.
Michael Thompson going off and getting a breather.
We talked about the importance of the third, and right now it's Ahly who had the better third quarter, 20 points to 7 in this third quarter.
Ganapamo just fall back, beautiful 2 points there.
Able to create separation. Two areas he likes to score: on the baseline and elbow extended. He gets to the baseline and makes an important shot.
But he's so well positioned, even in the air when he's off balance, you know, just moving himself away. And that's going to be an offensive foul. And they get possession back. A little bit of frustration coming their way. They won't be happy with that, of course. It's Corey Webster.
There is a lot being called, and just a little drive in. Great defensive work by Tele to stay with his hands up. It may be a case on this side here for Ganapamo, but he creates a separation, makes a tough shot.
But he has got great athleticism as well. Prinsloo comes back on and gets the ball, hauls back on as well. Omot. Oh, get out of my house. That is just fiercely defended defensive game from Omar Orabi.
He is more athletic than he looks, and he does patrol the paint while using all of that wingspan and length, clear it out of the paint.
That's one for the Cairo Massive. Okay. Back out to Prinsloo. Prinsloo for three. Oh, it's a beautiful three-pointer there. Once again, he drops in to say hello.
Shooting it with confidence, Captain Peter Prinsloo. Important make. Keeping the Tigers just in it.
Now 14 points and 2 minutes left in the third quarter. They've allowed this Egyptian team to move ahead. Now they need to try and make it theirs. There's Omar who tries to get it in, the foul. And I'm just trying to see, is that Hall who got in the way? I think it is.
I do think it is Hall who's going to pick up the foul, and that is a big moment as Hall picks up his fourth foul. And look at Prinsloo, who lays it in, shooting it with confidence, very important. And the traditional bow and arrow. Hall, 4 fouls, 1:52 left during the third. Important decisions for Coach Has.
Yeah, no, he needs to, there you go, there's the communication, and it's Wade who's going to come on.
It's a very tough outing for Josh Hall. He started off very well in that first quarter, scored 3 points in the second. He's been very cold in this one. It's tough inside the paint, of course, when you're coming up against a player like Omar Arabi, but on the defensive end, on the offensive end, he's not been efficient in this third quarter, and with 4 fouls, it makes it very difficult going forward.
And EGY doesn't find his range from downtown. Amen. Safe has come on. Here's Webster. Webster using, oh, that is just sublime. You know, the technique is just straight out of the top drawer.
He comes in with scoring pedigree, does Webster, and great at creating his own shot. He makes another 2 for the Devils.
Here's Wade, drops it into the path of Prinsloo. Prinsloo gets the ball back out, and it comes back out to Wade. Got to go for the shot pretty soon. Ganapamo, mid-range 2. It's just not finding its way.
Great defensive possession again. The ball and the shot well contested, and there is Omar. Once again, inside he goes. Unstoppable.
No, but it's just it's incredible what he does, because he's able to just move his body just when he can see that there's a little, you know, obstacle in his way, so that there's continual movement from the defender, and then he gets nudged, and then the foul is committed.
It's his length, his first step, his speed.
It's all there, isn't it?
Another look at the crafty scoring of Webster around the pick. You go under, I hurt you by shooting over.
And Omar just continues to bolster his tally. He's up to, what, 21 points now. And you talk about the bench for this Ahly team. You got a player like Amin, goes off, 28-year-old, spent some time in Texas, but, you know, he's a player, comes on maybe, you know, plays about 5-10 minutes maximum, but puts in a very strong performance when he comes on, makes it important.
He's been averaging about 14 minutes in this competition. He's only played 1 game. That's a nice finish there from Benajay.
Thompson up against Wade. Sneaks the ball out to Webster. USA to New Zealand. And down to Egypt into the middle. And safe. And that goes against its violation for being in the paint a little bit too long.
Gets called for 3 seconds. A chance here for the Tigers. They should hold for the final shot. They'll be pressured. Important that they do get a score on this one.
It is indeed, isn't it? Third quarter. Benijay. Goes around the outside. Benijay gets the pass out to Wade. Wade for a big shot there, and it's the tussle, and that's not going to fall. And there we have it, the end of the third quarter. And a bit of work to do for Coach Has. He knows what he's got to do, and it's going to be a mountain to climb, but anything is possible. Cape Town Tigers 56, Ahly of Egypt 74. Fourth quarter coming up in a moment. Seconds away from the start of the fourth quarter here in this Nile Conference battle between the Cape Town Tigers of South Africa. Evans Ganapamo will take the ball, will get this fourth quarter going. Ahly lead 74-56. This is the game summary, Q, and it looks pretty good for Ahly as it stands.
It does look pretty good for them. They've shared the ball exquisitely well. 15 assists, 8 of 17 from the three-point line. They have shot the ball fantastic. It's been shot selection. They've been forced to put the ball on the floor a little bit more than they would like, but they're still getting the looks they want from the outside, and it's really been the primary difference for them on the floor.
17 points off the bench as well. That's been increased. So just to give you an idea, they do have a bench that they can play with as they go up 4 points, but it's turnover. They're going to give the ball back to Ahly, which is not the ideal way to get this fourth quarter going. They need to turn up the heat. They need to put lots of pressure on Ahly, and they can't hold back. And they need to rebound.
Well, now it's a character test, a stress test for the Cape Town Tigers, and I guess for Ahly, well, they'll remember big shot from Omot.
He's outrageously good, isn't he?
Just outstanding. They'll remember the game against the Oilers, and I don't think they'll want a repeat of that scenario.
No, they definitely won't. 92-90. Ganapamo goes up, and he does draw the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. It's a good physical drive through the middle. Nasser picks up his second.
Omot had 21 points in the opening game, and now he's up to 24. Another look at Ganapamo driving right in. And there's the turnaround jumper. There is a variety of ways that he knows how to score. And like I said, he makes it look so easy.
No, but he's really got a fantastic skill set. He's multi-talented, and the athleticism, I think, stands out from the crowd as well, because he's just everywhere and he can do everything.
Absolutely.
Ganapamo back on the free throw line, ready to go again. 58. No, it just comes back out, picked up by Prinsloo. They get another chance into the middle. Kili. That's a nice bucket as well. He's so good at the soft touch, mid-range, short jump shot.
He gets up so high, and it gives him a chance to make some decisions in the air, and he knows how to shoot the ball on the way down. Great take.
Webster cuts inside, tries to flick it up and around. It's been picked up and taken forward. Ganapo and Nkele. That's a couple of good scores. This is time to turn things around, maybe.
They're up to 10 points, and that's all on the fast. Well, that one coming in transition, the other one coming in the half-court set.
15-point lead, and a couple of important scores here, and they get another chance. Here is EGY going up for two, and he gets another 2 fast points that after another steal. Look at Julbe, not happy man.
Here comes the scoring run, and that's an important 6 unanswered points for Ahly.
Yeah, but and they've got a strong team on, of course, with Omot and Thompson. So now Webster gets rid of his man, goes up and in. Beautiful score. I think it's just 2 this time.
Crisp shooting and shot creation, gets the defender in the air, steps in and makes an easy 2.
Orabi about to come on. Benije cuts inside. Prinsloo goes up for a big 3-pointer. It's gone a little bit too high. Oh, Nkele's trying to smuggle the ball. That's really good, strong play. That is from the Cape Town Tigers, man. And it will be a jump ball.
Pele and Juice Thompson getting tied up. That's a little battle. And the possession arrow is the way of Ahly, so it'll be their ball on the jump ball called. Orabi back in. Omot take a little breather after scoring 24 in this one.
A little breather. Just give him a little moment. Give him a minute, and then it'll come back. We're going to go across to Usher. Cape Town Tigers picking up possession. Going to go across to Usher. Usher, what did you pick up on anything during that last break after the last quarter?
Yeah, just listening into Coach Julbe, who is insisting to the Ahly players they cannot, not stay focused in these last few minutes of the game. They know the Cape Town Tigers brought their A game in that second quarter, and they want to replicate that in this fourth quarter. It's not going to be very easy, but they must score on every possession. They've been consistent in that regard, and that's what he wants them to do.
Thanks very much, Asha. 13 points, and I love the Wade Ganapamo link up there, Q.
I like the Cape Town Tigers offense when Ganapamo is the primary go-to guy. and he does give them a lot of value.
Stolen ball once again. Ganapamo, where's he going to go? And he draws the foul. And I think is that Safe who's picked up a foul, and that might be his second, but very frustrated with that, I think.
Getting up the floor, goes right at the chest of Webster, and I'm not sure.
He came in from behind, I think, so...
which way they make this call just yet? Just confirmation.
Yeah, the call is on Safe. It's a technical foul because when the referee Hassan Kamate made the call, Safe, reacted and he hit the canvas on the ring, and the referee warned him, and he continued to talk back at him, and it was a technical foul.
They just never learn.
Oh, come on, Q. Oh, yeah, you never used to remain very silent, didn't you, when you were a player? Did you used to use those, like, sort of eyes?
We look for the facts in the case.
Well, it's 3 minutes into the last quarter, and it's 14 fouls for Al Ahly. So much basketball to be played, but this could be a problem.
That's a good bucket, that is, from the free throw line. And because of the technical, got 3. And he gets a chance to knock down his second of 3. And if he gets this, then it's a 12-point advantage. Getting underneath the skin of Al Ahly, this is the best way to do it.
There were some nerves because there is memory of what happened in that last quarter against the City Oilers. It's history kind of repeating itself as far as Al Ahly are concerned.
Listen, they've just stolen a couple of possessions, and there's Webster trying to get his hands on the ball. Orabi, he's moving into his path there, Prinsloo. Orabi goes down, and...
Well, a show of sportsmanship there, as well as Arabi goes to ground. The bench of the Cape Town Tigers go and get him up. But it's a battle royal on the floor nonetheless.
Here we go with Wade to Ganapamo. They got to find more points, Cape Town Tigers, if they want to rattle Al Ahly. Ganapamo goes up for 3. It doesn't fall. It comes back out. Picked up by Webster. Webster down into the corner. And they try and find time, space, opportunities. Trying to use Orabi. Over the top it goes. They don't score again. Kelly goes on a charge. Kelly doesn't find the score.
Still searching for that individual bucket on transition. Kelly might have been better served to hold up.
Went on a raging run down that right-hand side. Here is Thompson. Orabi up against Prinsloo. Prinsloo unable to deal with Orabi. Orabi gets the bucket.
Wow, that is great big man play by Orabi, going and shifting the body of Prinsloo for the score.
Very patient in the way that he moved and bided his time. Here is Prinsloo. That's a good pass to Ganapamo, the fullback. Oh, a delight to the eye. Poetry in motion. Love that from the Central African Republic man.
8 of 15 on the inside is Evans Ganapamo, and that's good shooting. But it's so strange, he's still not made a perimeter jump shot in the conference.
Waiting for that three-pointer and being hassled, being pestered, aren't they? Hounded in a big way. Oh, that's just come off the top. It's been made safe by Wade. And the offensive rebound, not good enough for them to sink that. Nasser, look at that! Magnificent from Ganapamo.
He is running the offense, is Evans Ganapamo. It's the gun show.
Wade Ganapamo making those moves, making it possible. Now we're down to 9 points. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're watching, enjoy. This is going to be a frenetic, fast and furious finale with 4:44 left on the clock here in Cairo. In it goes.
Driving up and in, Evans Ganapamo.
That's what it means to the bench. 71 points for the Tigers, 80 for Al Ahly. Time for a small break, and we will be back. Well, the excitement is very high here in Cairo. 71-80. They're clawing back, the Tigers. They've got a growl, and they're ready to enter this last 4:44 with as much bite as they possibly can. Al Ahly the home team here in Cairo. As Webster gets the ball to Michael Juice Thompson, goes up, it doesn't go in. Hall makes it safe. He's just come back on cue.
Interesting period, Hall back in. It's a throw of the dice here by Coach Haz and the Cape Town Tigers.
Out wide to Hall. Hall has Benije, the Nigerian, picks it up, down to Hall, down into the corner. Ganapamo tries to find an option, gets it back to Hall. Hall over to Wade. Wade goes around. The bullet pass, 2 seconds left. Got to go for the shot. The shot comes in. It doesn't find its way in. Maybe a pass too many.
Well, also just great rotation, great contest on the shot from Hall. And credit the Ahly defense.
Give credit to the Ahly defense, of course, for that, and that might be all. They've got the ball back as well, so that's a good maneuver, that is. 5th Ahly team foul. And that, we're going to go across to Usher. Usher, where are you?
I'm right here next to you, Robbie.
I couldn't believe it. I haven't seen you for a long time. Just the scenario, because you just saw coming out of the last time out. What was the state of play on the bench?
But Coach Julbe is just asking the Al Ahly players who are on the court to literally execute what they've been doing since the start of this quarter. Just do the easy things. Don't try to, reach out and complicate things. You have Orabi on the court. He has enough size to help them perform the screen at the very top, and then easy, drive through to the basket. But let's see what happens after this review.
Well, I think you can see the look of consternation on the face of Coach Auguste Joubert. The one thing that I think he's trying to contest is the technical foul that happened, that counted, and he's trying to state his case for his player here. So he wants the foul and the technical foul to be separated, but in FIBA rules, if you pick up the tech, it also counts as a personal foul. It says there is no separation on it, and so it's going to be 5 team fouls. Or Rabi's got to go and take a seat.
That's what it was. That was the moment that he went straight into look.
That's clear. That's a
clear 5th foul for Orabi.
Yeah. So the contest here from the coaches on the technical foul and the rules and the clarification on it, and he's going to find out right now that is the case, and because of the technical foul that's been awarded, Orabi will have to go and sit.
Yeah, Orabi's going to go off, and that's absolutely clear.
Yeah, now it's very unfortunate for Orabi, considering how he started this game with the injury to his left elbow, and then having to leave the big stage at this point in the game when it's very close.
And this will tell you about the dunking on the rim and understanding that can be a factor later in the game.
Absolutely. No, you're absolutely right. It's a valid point. Here he is. Kelly going up. He just can't sink that mid-range too.
I don't think that was great shot selection by Kelly on that offensive possession.
Well, they had time as well. Here's Thompson. And of course, look, 3:28, there is not much time left. Time, but not much. 9 points separate these two teams. Cape Town Tigers with 1 win and 1 loss. Al Ahly with 2 wins from 2 so far. Benije, that's a great pass. That is fantastic. Underneath, up above, dunking it with one hand. Sensational. It's a 7-point game.
That is a dime from Benije. Sees Evans Ganapamo cutting baseline for that wonderful revert, well, up and under dunk finish.
And a traveling call going against Omot, and they get possession once again. This is an extraordinary moment.
Momentum right now with the Tigers. They are going to try and ride the scoring run.
I think there's a timeout that's been called, of course, just to interrupt this flow. Of course, get in the way of the runs, and you can obviously, try and make adjustments. 73 points to 80, and we really are entering money time here in Cairo.
It's absolute money time. Evans Ganapamo has been the standout on the offensive end. Josh Hall gone to the bench a little bit earlier, and the timeout is called here by Al Ahly. 26 points for Ganapamo. He leads all scorers on the floor. On the other side, Omar's gone a little bit quiet for Ahly as they try and search for ways to find some scoring. The basketball is a game of adjustments. It's a game of runs, and we've seen some really intriguing ones down the stretch.
I think that when we actually look at the team fouls for Cape Town and for Ahly, it could be where this game could be won. 5 team fouls for the Egyptians, only 1 for Cape Town, and of course they're going to be super physical now, and they're going to get in their faces to try and win every single ball possible, because now is the time that you've got to step it up. We talked about key moments and how they needed to get into the game from tip-off. This is the moment now.
Again, psychology also comes into it. You know, once a player is motivated, once there's belief, it's very hard to knock them down. You see the amount of confidence on the side of the Cape Town Tigers. They looked a little bit rattled throughout the third, but it's a little bit different now here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go, Ganapamo, Central African Republic, getting his hands. No, he's making himself available because he's probably going to take the pass and try and shoot logically. Picked up by the Nigerian, Benije. Prinslow's there. Ganapamo being marked very firmly, biding their time. Trying to go around the outside. It's a wild pass, and it's been picked up by Webster. Webster with Omot trying to move into space. Thompson, we know how deadly he is from outside of the arc. And it looks like it's a foul by Wade.
Yeah, Wade was caught in a mismatch there. Omot with giving up just more than a couple inches was Wade, so he opts for the foul. And it's only a second team foul. Wade's third.
Webster. Omot. Thompson. Shot clock down to 3 seconds, needs to do something. And, well, they're going to get possession back. A little bit lucky there.
Right, he was
running into no man's land.
Looking to create in there. And look at Josh Hall is going to go and have his injury looked at.
Here is Omot for a big three-pointer. Comes off the rim. They have possession. And Benije here with 2 minutes remaining. Got to get scores from this phase of possession. Long-range three going up. Ganapamo unable to snatch it out. Taken forward by Amin. Oh, Omot goes up and makes it 100% secure.
Well, that's just great offense from Ahly. The drop-off to find Omot cutting baseline, and he's able to finish, even though there was a little bit of contact on it. It's a big score.
And, you know, when you look at Ehab Amin on his acceleration, he knows exactly how to play transition basketball because he's already up there before you've even looked up and realized that they've taken it.
Forcing the defense to make a choice, and he then gets the right option. And Omot ties Ganapamo for a leading scorer in this one with just 26 points. They keep it rolling. The Cape Town Tigers call a timeout. 9 points is 3 possessions. They've got to try and get a score out of this timeout. It's very, very important that they do it. Benije on the last couple of possessions tried a shot and then turned the ball over. They might want to put the ball in the hands of the hot man and their hot hand, Evans Ganapamo. They try to run a double screen for him, maybe find some extra action for Tele, but at this point they need to get a good look at the next offensive possession.
Yeah, 73-82, so 9 points, honestly, 9 points, 153. You've got the stop-start game where you've got fouls that are committed. You've got moments where you step up to the free throw line. They've got 3 team fouls, you know, before they actually have to get to 5. So there's a scenario there. There's lots of little things that you can look at because you talked about small margins and small little elements within a game. 153 is a very long time in basketball if it's played intelligently.
And especially with Orabi off the floor. They're a different team, Ahly, when they don't have their big. It's an opportunity to attack the paint for Cape Town Tigers. And what it also does is they have to give up a little bit on the offensive end. It makes Ahly a little bit quicker up the floor on the offensive end. They might be able to capitalize a little bit more in transition.
Yeah, and they've only got Josh Hall, who's obviously got four fouls, but besides that, pretty good position. Going around the outside, Benije looking a little bit more pressure on the defensive game, making it available. Ganapamo can't get past Omot, and that's a big loss of possession there.
Excellent defense from Omot, just using that wingspan to control and steal the ball from Ganapamo.
The EJ shot clock, the shot clock down to 5 seconds, need to go for it. Well, Omot out wide, Amin, Thompson shot, it's a big score! A massive three-pointer. Oh, he lifted that up high, sumptuously released, and in it goes.
That could potentially be the dagger for Ahly.
Wade goes up for a big shot. There's no one there to make that safe. But I think there was a touch, and the ball's taken out. They will get possession back. That might be a blessing that they stopped the clock.
The big-time shooting here. Great shooting down the stretch by the experienced Juice Thompson. Great find, and just the composure needed to make a big shot.
We go again. Ganapamo tries to turn Zeran. And that's fighting. That's great work on the ground there by Kigali. Really needed to pounce on that. And a little cheer, a little positive victory in the closing end of this battle as they get possession back. But there has been a timeout that's been called because they need to regroup and understand how they're going to play this.
Well, 53 seconds left. They have got to get a quick score and then make a decision in terms of whether they send Ahly to the free throw line or allow them to just push the ball up the floor. Well, they'll try and take as much time off the clock. It's in their best interest to milk the clock and continue to just build more time pressure. Cape Town have got to score quickly and then think foul as quickly as possible. See if they can't scramble and get a couple of points back from both the free throw line and the three-point line.
Yeah, and you know, what we've seen so far is Ganapamo going into the paint is ever so dangerous. He always gets himself into those pockets of space and kind of draws the foul as well. We've seen him go up for the free throw line along with EGY. These are the key players who want to really start probing and making life a little bit difficult for them in defense.
Well, they've been a lot better from the free throw line at Cape Town Tigers. 73%, 14 of 19 shooting. It's been much improved. Where they have struggled, though, is the three-point line. They've only got 3 of 13 at 16%, and that is going to hurt them a lot. You have to be able to shoot the ball well from the perimeter in this BAL competition.
Wade, Kelly drives in, tries to turn, tries to find that mid-range two. He's been doing it all night, and it works a treat again. 75 points. That full court press is needed logically, right?
A foul has got to come with a nice score from Tele.
And then Amin, 35 points. Got to go and get the ball. God, that is just incredible. He's so zippy, isn't he? Amin goes up and makes that score 11 points for him. EGY.
Fantastic finish by Amin.
Prinsloo just not falling, coming off the metal. 18 points. And it's a little bit too late. He's going again. Omot has just been extraordinary, 26 points. Level with Ganapamo, in fact, but he goes to the free throw line and we'll just try and extend that advantage. 75-87.
Well, fantastic work inside the paint again. Omot, he is without a doubt a nightmare to guard in the conversation. We saw Peter Prinsloo in the loss against Petro continuing to conversate. He left the floor in rather strange fashion, but here it is. Much better performance from the Cape Town Tigers. They are going to fall short, but they should be credited for a little bit of fight back, especially after what we saw from them against Petro.
No, there's most definitely a lot of positives that you can actually take out of this performance, rather than you know, what we saw in the last outing, where they just seemed a little bit. Well, they didn't have the claw that they've had today, that's for sure. As they go up, Thompson goes for a little two-pointer, and they've done it. They've done it. Ahly, 2.8 seconds remaining. And that is it. That's the end of this encounter. 75-91. and Ahly make it 3 out of 3. But they were made to fight for that. Aristide Julbe knows that that wasn't an easy battle. The coach has the Cape Town Tigers. We'll pick a lot of positives from that. The final score, Cape Town Tigers 75, Ahly 91. Well, I think, Hugh, what we can take from this is that, you know, the Tigers will fight now. They found some kind of form. They've sculpted themselves into a team that actually have options to do many things in attack and in defense. So that's a lot better than what we've actually seen in the last encounter.
They found some scoring, and with Ganapamo with a little bit more confident on the floor, they need him to be one of the primary scoring, if not primary, at least secondary scoring option. And when they play through him and around him, it opens up the floor and floor spacing. Benajay was also much improved, 5 of 12 from the field for his 18. Josh Hall, we saw him take a walk, but he only had 9 points in 23 minutes, got himself into some foul trouble. Tele was also good with his 12 points. The balanced scoring on the other side for the Red Devils was impressive, but it was Omot who set the tone offensively for his 28. He was 91% from the free throw line.
And let's catch up with Nouni Omot after his performance out here today, leading Ahly to victory 91-75.
Nouni, 28 points for you, but most importantly, a victory for Al Ahly, 3 for 3. How are you feeling?
I feel good. Honestly, we started off a little slow. We picked it up in the second half. I felt like if we would have started off like that, we could have had a bigger lead. Obviously, we made a lot of mistakes, but I'm happy we got the win, most importantly.
You scored 28 points in that third quarter. You limited them to 14. How important was defense in this game tonight?
I mean, we're going to score the ball. Defense is key, honestly, because we're going to score. So we're just locking on the defensive end. I feel like we're going to win every game because we're going to, you know, get open shots. We're going to get guys open. We're going to get in transition. So we just continue to, you know, defend. I feel like everything will take care of itself.
Things are looking good for you now on the table. You have 3 wins. Petro have 3 wins. How does it set you up for the next fixture?
Petro's a good team. Obviously, they got a lot of guys that are athletic. They're good defensively. So it's going to be a battle of defense. They got guys that can shoot the ball. So we just play, you know, our game and defend. I think I'm going to like our chances with us.
And lastly, how important were the fans? Did you enjoy them, you know, cheering you on and everybody on the team?
It gives us the advantage being in Egypt. Obviously, we got a lot of Egyptian fans here, so that helps a lot.
Thank you so much and all the best.
Yeah, that's so look at that. That's Nouni Omot. He's humble in victory, but a strong performance from him. They battled hard. They made the adjustments. They took leads at the moment where they really needed to, and they came out on top. The final game stats. I think that we can again look at the assists because really passing the ball was a key factor in their success story.
It was wire to wire as far as Al Ahly were concerned. They played, once they took the lead, they never looked back, led for 39 minutes throughout that one, 91 points, 49% shooting on those 20 assists. The three-point line, I think, is something that you can't really remedy immediately, but Cape Town Tigers have been struggling from the three-point line throughout this competition. They are going to have to figure out a way to get their shooters in rhythm. It's an important part of their game. And on the other side, Al Ahly were great. They moved the ball well. We saw Omot. We saw nice flashes from Thompson. We've seen a couple of the other perimeter shooters get involved in the game. And they are much like Petro when it comes to ball movement on the perimeter and the amount of shots that they take from the outside.
Yeah, and look at the top scorers and the top players out here today. I mean, it was fantastic. Ganapamo, absolutely outstanding, 26 points, and his field goal, 10 from 24 rebounds, 18 points for EGY and 12 for Kele, and Hall had 9 and 8. Fouled out, 4 fouls, a little bit too early for Hall, otherwise he would have played an important role. On the other side, Omot with 28 and 6, 17 for Thompson, and just the 1 rebound, but 12 and 4 for Omar Orabi, despite the fact that he picked up some a bit of a knock on the elbow. 11 and 5 for Amin, and Zoran 10 and 4.
Well, Michael Thompson deserves credit. His second half performance was probably one of the standouts. He kept them alive with his great perimeter shooting. He got the tally right. He only had 4 points in the first half, and When Ahmad went quiet, Juice Thompson decided to step up. Zaran was also important in patches. Amin chipped in but with those 11 points, but nice all-round performance. There are 5 players there in double figures at the end. And again, balanced scoring from a team that has a multitude of weapons on the offensive end. And you heard Ahmad's thoughts in terms of the way that the teams play.
68-96 was the score of the opening game today. City Oilers of Uganda losing against Slack, a very chiseled and sculpted team from Guinea-Conakry, playing their hearts out to get their first victory. Tigers losing 75-91. Tomorrow, Slack go again up against Petro Rwanda. That is going to be a mouth-watering prospect. And then, of course, we've got the City Oilers against the Cape Town Tigers. We're looking forward to that too. Petro Rwanda at the top with 3 from 3. Ahly, the Egyptian Giants, with 3 from 3. Beira, Cape Town Tigers, Slack with 1 win out of 3. City Oilers looking for their first victory tomorrow. 3 played by everyone. Oh my word, it's going to be exciting going into tomorrow's encounters.
Every single game is a final, is the way
True.
the Basketball Africa League looks, and that is a well set up. There's a battle for those playoff spots, and it's all about the road to Kigali.
Massive encounter, massive battle, and we're thrilled to be here in Cairo at this Dr. Hassan Mustafa Sports Hall in Egypt, in the shadows of the pyramids, but we're going to call it a night. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for more BAL Nile Conference action. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.